Hello there, and welcome back to Buckeye Politics. I hope you are having an amazing day. As you know, there were two critical primaries in my home state of Ohio yesterday. So today I'm going to be analyzing them and discussing how they may impact the future of Ohio politics and the 2022 midterms. So first off, the first primary was in the south part of Columbus and the rural areas around it. We saw Trump-endorsed candidate Mike Carey win. Now this result is critical for two reasons. The first is that the 15th district is relatively suburban. It contains the southern parts of Ohio's capital, Columbus, and roughly 40% of the district is considered urban. Now, this speaks to me for two reasons. The first is that Trump's endorsements certainly do have power. Other candidates in this district, like State Senator Bob Peterson, who received fourth place actually, was endorsed by the Ohio Right to Life, Ohio's largest pro-life organization. Now, in an R+10 district, you probably expect this to have a major impact on the race. However, as we see, Peterson only received roughly 12% of the primary vote, and he came in fourth, although the top three were all pretty close. And this tells us that Trump's endorsements still have a lot of power in the Republican Party, at least among the base, as the Trump-endorsed candidate received 37% of the primary vote. And Trump just made an endorsement, and boom, Mike Carey easily won when other candidates were endorsed by more local conservative groups. Now, this kind of disproves what many have said about the results in Texas's 6th district, as Trump endorsements certainly have power, even in 40% urban districts where other candidates are endorsed by other local conservative groups. Now, this could be a good sign for Trump-like candidates in the upcoming Ohio, Senate, and gubernatorial primaries. The second thing about this race is that the Republicans way overperformed the Democrats in turnout. In Ohio's 15th and R+9 district, all Republican candidates combined received 50,448 votes. All Democratic candidates received 16,130 votes. When you do the math, Democratic candidates received just 24% of the vote in an R+9 district. That's crazy. I'm sure the numbers will increase in the general election, and turnout was low as it was a primary that was kind of just on its own. But that's still an incredible sign for Republicans. In 2020, Trump won this district by 14 points. That means Republican candidates combined in Ohio's 15th district outperformed Trump by roughly 19 points last night in Ohio's 15th district. This shows us that no matter what happens, Trump is still in charge of the Republican Party and the Republican Party's base, and the energy is on their side. Now let's look at Ohio's 11th district. I live near this district, just to the southwest of it, in Ohio's 16th, and we have Anthony Gonzalez. Yeah, anyway, I was pleasantly surprised to see Shontel Brown pull off a win last night in Ohio's 11th. I expected a Nina Turner win by about 4 to 5 points. We got the opposite. Shontel Brown, as you can see, won by 6 points and about 4,000 votes. Now, this is pretty huge. An establishment Democrat beats a progressive one in a D+30 district that is more than half black. To me, this shows that the progressive wing of the Democratic Party is not in charge. Yet, the fact that so much effort was put in to help Shontel Brown, the more moderate candidate, shows that the Democratic establishment do not want more progressives, simply for the fact that they are a threat to the Democratic establishment, and in the end, they are unelectable. Democrats will be in a rough time these next few years if they keep wasting so much money to make sure progressives don't win. Don't get me wrong, I love myself some liberal drama, but this video is meant to be more unbiased than my normal videos, so I'll save that for another day. Another thing to address is that Shontel Brown was endorsed by the Congressional Black Caucus. Brown managed to win in a district where Nina Turner was leading in the polls by roughly 20 points, I believe, before the endorsement. Now, this shows that the Democratic establishment may be more in line with the base than the progressives. AOC and Bernie Sanders were in Cleveland to campaign for Nina Turner, but Nina Turner lost in a deep blue district. So this could show that the Democratic base, in terms of inner-city African Americans and people like that, may actually agree more with moderate Democrats and establishment neocons, not neocons, neolibs, than progressives like AOC and Bernie Sanders. And I actually live near this district, and I saw many ads on TV about this race. Shontel Brown always talked about how Democrats need to work with Biden, as you can see, and stick to moderate Democrat values. The ads almost made her seem like a blue dog Democrat with her endorsements. Some of the endorsements, such as I believe the Black Caucus for Israel, made her seem like a blue dog, honestly, in some ads. And Shontel Brown won. So this shows me that progressives, as mentioned earlier, may not have as much support as we first thought they did in inner cities. Inner city African Americans would rather vote for Shontel Brown and the neo-libs than Nina Turner and the progressives, at least in Cleveland. So to summarize, for the 11th district, as I've been on a bit of a rant, the Democratic establishment is in complete control of their party and the Democratic base, at least in Cleveland, which has been voting Dem for more than 100 years, and it seems likely to stay that way, so it's actually a pretty good analysis to kind of see where the party could be going. And this also shows us that the Black Caucus can really empower voters and change results. So for my final notes on these elections, last night showed us that you don't need to be the most well-known candidate to win a primary if you have the right endorsements. In the 15th district, you saw a Cole lawyer win handily thanks to Trump's endorsement, and Shontel Brown, a county Democratic leader, win with the endorsement of several Black caucuses. Politics is often just about who you know. This election also shows that the progressives, at least in Ohio, do not seem very electable and are certainly not in control. I expect the Ohio Democratic Party is celebrating, as this is just another defeat for the progressive wing. If the Democrats want to keep their base in inner cities like Cleveland and Akron, and even have a shot in an increasingly red state, they need to stay more moderate and not go full progressive. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you learned about the elections last night and politics in Ohio. I will see you later.